is the audio-visual team so important here at First Pres? We make sure that everybody who's being fed by our services can see, hear, read what is happening out there. When they come in, they get to hear what the choir's doing and what everyone's doing, especially our online community. They would not be able to enjoy from the comfort of their own home or on the road or whatever they're doing without us pressing our buttons.
We moved here from southern Indiana to be near our children and grandchildren.
For us, online worship has opened up another opportunity. We have, a second home, a cottage up in Michigan, near where Ann grew up. But having the online opportunity, especially during COVID, during that time, where the pandemic was forcing people to be apart for a while. When we were apart and we were up at the cottage, we would be able to sort of still participate and keep up with activities and friends in Glen Ellen that way.
I used to be in the choir here, and actually had to drop out before COVID hit, which was very difficult for me. I had been singing in choir since I was 5 years old, so this was a brand new experience not singing. So I sing every Sunday morning at in my office at my computer. It's very joyful for me to be able to do that. It's not ideal. I don't think there's a Sunday that goes by that I'm not teary-eyed at some point, because I know what I'm missing, and I do miss that connection with people in the service. But I just know also that it's not feasible for me to be here. So it's the best I can do.
The way the services are recorded, the camera action and the sound, and it just feels like you are there. I think it's just incredible how quickly they've adapted to providing the service such that you feel like you're sitting there with everyone. It's amazing.
One of my experiences when I was first being at home on Sundays was, I think Sarah said, let's go to church or whatever, and it was to do it online. Well, I closed my eyes so I could do it online, and all of a sudden, I had the feeling that I was actually walking in and sat down in the place where I always sat. I finally opened my eyes, and it was not a shock, but a real revelation to realize that I was getting exactly the same kind of thing sitting here at home as I had been sitting in the church because of what was being done with the service. And that was remarkable. And it really set the stage for how I go into worship now. I can really feel like I'm there.
Mary and I have shared the rent for about 60 years. And so we ended up arriving at First Pres at about the same time. And I was looking for a church with pipe organs and pew cushions. I found a lot more. I think another thing about the benefits perhaps of the stream is the flexibility. It's funny that we find ourselves working hard to get there on time. But if we don't make it, or if there's something that we particularly liked or we napped at the wrong time, it's nice to know that we can get into it again and go back and pick up of anything that we missed. Or did he really say that? Or what was that reference? I mean, you can't do that very well to pipe up during the worship service in the sanctuary.
The online format is really great for college students because it allows us to stay connected with home, but also in the hustle and bustle of college and how crazy and hectic it can be come Sunday when you have a lot of things to get done. It is nice to have the sense of home and community to fall back on. The authenticity of this live stream is something that I really, really appreciate. Where it's still First Pres, and I still feel connected.
My name is Kelly Bain. I've been coming to First Pres for about 3 years. I first became involved with the AV team in 2022, I guess, and just remember asking Andrew where there was a need. I knew I wanted to be involved. I knew I wanted to, serve somewhere, but wanted it to be kind of the most bang for my buck, I guess, like where the need was the greatest. And he said the AV team, so I said, okay. I had no idea that, it wasn't just somebody sitting behind a PowerPoint, clicking play and it just playing. And so many people touch the slides and kind of the behind the scenes of it every week. And just being a part of that makes me realize how many hands are, involved and how many things go into having a church service run smoothly. As a volunteer, I think there's a lot to manage in life, right? I've got work, I've got my family, I've got, other commitments. And so the thing that's worked for me is just scheduling my time to serve like anything else. And, I work full time, I have a 1-year-old, and this is important to me. For anyone who is looking to volunteer and, wondering about the AV team, I would say just try it. Be open to it. I'm an accountant. I don't know how to do all of this tech stuff, or I didn't before, but I was open to trying and serving.
I am extremely thankful for the technology, and I am especially thankful for the people who know that technology and are able to apply it and give us the services that we have. I mean, I can't imagine what it would be like if that was not available. I am just extremely thankful that we are able to do this, and the people that are talented enough to be able to provide that service are available for us to do that on a weekly basis.
If you want to be a part of the church from an outside perspective, you have to make that willingness to get in there and get involved. But the church meets you more than halfway, and I'm very thankful for that.